G'day fellas, and welcome to game number 21 of Outback Octagon 3. We've got some absolutely huge names today when it comes to gaming in this space, so I'm excited. I'm confident you will be as well. We're here on Tasmania. Of course, not only are the civilizations random, but the maps are also random, so it means sometimes you get mega random, sometimes you get Sand Reef. Today, we've got Tasmania. Couple little changes to this map from Outback Octagon 2. Number one is there's no fish anymore. No deep sea fish, no shoreline fish. Actually, I take it back. There's some shoreline fish. A little bit of shoreline fish, not a huge amount. Definitely enough that you could probably justify a dock, but that is it. Let's introduce our players for today. Sporting in the north of the map, a beautiful spawn towards the top side. In the color green, playing as the Ayyubids, representing Team Hungary, it's Corvinus 1. And on the east side of the map, in the color red, playing as the Ottomans, representing Team My Insanity, but also part of Team Germany, it's Zerton. To his south, in the color orange, playing as the French, representing Team 3D, it's B. Over towards his west, in the color purple, playing as the Chinese, representing Team Liquid, also part of Team United Kingdom and Team Sweden. I mean, he's fighting out of the purple corner. He's hailing from London. I don't actually know if he's from London. He's hailing from the United Kingdom, but fighting out of Sweden. It's Demu, and not too far away from Demu, the favorite for this tournament, the favorite for this game, I suspect, in the color yellow, playing as the Rus, representing Team Serbia. It's Beasty. To his north, these three clustered very close together in the color pink, playing as the Order of the Dragon, representing Team Germany as well. It's Lash. To his west, in blue, playing as the Delhi Sultanate, representing Team Japan, it's Duyakusi_Twitch. And our final player for today, in the color teal, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, representing Team Denmark? I think it's Team Denmark. I'm pretty sure he's a Dane here. I want to say he's a Dane. He won't get offended if I say he's Danish, because Danes are cool. Representing Team Denmark, it's the kid, aka Voldemar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tasmania. It is a pleasure to have your company. It is a pleasure to be here, to be casting this 21st game of the Outback Octagon 3. Now, this is a stacked lineup. This is incredible how many good players we've got in this game. Of course, we've got Beasty, who comes into this event as one of the favorites. You look at the names in the game that we've got here, and you got to say, you know what? There's a good chance he's going to take this one out. But you've got Demu on one of his best civilizations, the Chinese, who spawns very close by. Could look to get out that Barbican early. You've also got Lash, who's very close by. Order of the Dragon, center of the map. Could look to take relics, could look to get the Burgrave out. Depends how he wants to play it. But that's not the only threat that you've got. There's every single player in this lobby has got the potential to win. We've seen players throughout this event so far that have managed to pull off some pretty crazy victories. So I'm keen to see exactly what goes down. Let's take a look and see if we've got any fishing, and it looks like we do. So it's going to be B who opens up with a dock on the shoreline. We also see Beasty's going to be going for one as well. Over towards the west side, Duyakusi spots a dock, but he doesn't have any fishing boats for the moment. It's just a whole bunch of Vils working their magic. Meanwhile, towards the north of the map, Corvinus not going to be going for it. He's just going to be playing a standard opening here on land. Other than that, though, it doesn't look like anybody else is taking the water. And I think that's a good sign. That's pretty much where we want it here. We want to make it optional, but we don't want to make it mandatory. You know, when you make something mandatory, it makes it very disappointing when one player doesn't do it, and then they get caught. And you can see right there, Town Center almost taking out the scout for Beasty. He manages to come away with plenty of health, though, so no real hassle for him. Let's check in with the relics and see who's going to be looking for relics here. So the main one, it's going to be Lash. Lash is going to be looking to try and secure relics. So obviously this one, it's pretty simple. He should be able to get that. I suspect Duyakusi might also look to take relics as well, in which case I suspect Duyakusi will pick up both of these two. Other than this one, though, I don't really see too many relics that Lash is going to be able to secure. Maybe this one in the middle, maybe this one over towards the top side. That's pretty much it, though. Everything else, it looks pretty far away, pretty, you know, out of it. Because you're going to have players that are aggressively going after the relics. We've seen that time and time again. Players look to secure it nice and early in the Outback Octagon. So We'll check in with him and see how he's doing. But the age-ups are going to start coming through. Demu, I suspect, is probably going to be the first one up here. I know that Zertan's also got the age-up coming through. Sultan Honey Trade Network for him. In the north of the map, we do see Corvinus 1 has clicked up, and he's going up with economic wing growth instead of going up for something like, well, something different, we could say. Who else has got the age-ups coming through at the moment? It looks like Lash has now also clicked up. He's going to be going with the Arkenchapel. Good little Arkenchapel spot he's got, actually. Hits the berries, hits the gold, hits the wood line. This is very, very nice. The only question I've got is, is he going to be able to defend in this position when he is going to be quite literally piggy in the middle? There's a couple ways that you can play this as Order of the Dragon, and I think the best way to play it is the porcupine strategy. I'm just inventing this right now, so if you haven't heard of it, don't feel too concerned. I'll explain it. It's quite simple. You basically just want to make yourself so big and scary that nobody wants to actually attack you, because they know if they do, it's going to be too much of an investment to bother attacking into you. Maybe they need too many rams, or they need too many units. So I wouldn't be surprised if he looks to go into that, maybe a Regnitz Cathedral, and then a keep very close by. You know, Regnitz Cathedral maybe on this side and a keep next to him. It's kind of hard because he doesn't really have a lot of space, but the age-ups are starting to come through. So we've got our first age-up coming in. It's going to be Eco Wing for Voldemar. Meanwhile, down in the base of Damu, he goes up with the Imperial Academy. Who's coming up next, though? That's the next question that we're looking at. Will it be Beasty? No, Beasty's only just putting down his landmark. In fact, he's going to be the last one clicking up. It's going to be the Kremlin. He's got a beautiful little spot here, securing the double gold. And technically, you could call it a triple gold, because this one here represents double the gold of a normal. But Corvinus 1, as well as Zertan now, going to be aging up the Ottomans, as well as the Ayyubids in the north, looking to get that age up going. But it looks like Corvinus 1 is just going to be focused on getting straight to the Castle Age. Wants to try and pick up those relics. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him move into Culture Wing Logistics as an option. Once he hits that Castle Age, once he looks to go up to that Castle Age. Lash, of course, going to be aging up with the Arkenchapel. Our attention is going to be on him early just because he is in the center of it. It is, it's not going to be a fun time for him. He's going to have to try his best with his porky spines to try and keep his head above water. B now aging up on the French as well. He's got a great little spawn. In fact, we haven't really talked too much about favorites when it comes to their spawns, because when it comes to Outback Octagon, a big component is going to be how well you spawn. How many neighbors do you have and how close are their neighbors? So Corvinus 1 is very isolated. He's also playing on a civ, the Ayyubids, that love to get out and be aggressive early on in Castle Age. Not a civilization like China, which is very happy to just kind of forget about things and boom up. He's playing the Ayyubids, aggressive. So my money right now, it's going to be on Corvinus 1, the Wololol God. Let's see if he's able to pull it off, though. West side of the map, Diakusi with the Tower of Victory. And he will be the second last player up, and Corvinus 1 has already clicked up to Castle Age. It is actually going to be Culture Wing Advancement that he goes for, so faster age up and cheaper. Meanwhile, that final age up now coming through. It's going to be in the south of the map. It's going to be one of the favorites for this game. Beasty Cutie. Ages up 8 minutes 29. So everybody's here. Everyone's in the Feudal Age. Welcome. It's good to have your company in this Feudal Age, but things are going to get spicy. So what fights are going to begin? I mean, you'd think the blues would probably end up fighting each other. Maybe the red and the orange might, but you never really know with the way that this works, especially when a lot of players look to invest into cavalry. And cavalry is quite mobile. You can pretty much move everywhere with it. But take a look at this. We've already got the Regnitz Cathedral coming up from Lash. Not a whole lot of villagers. Only 6 vills building the Regnitz. But he's looking to get up quick. And this was exactly where I suspected he would put it. So I guess when it comes to throwing down a keep here, this is... do you delete the mining camp and put the keep here? I don't know how he's going to play this out. But I think moving into a keep early is going to make a lot of sense. Just to deter anybody from getting too close to him. I think he's almost been blessed with too many resources close to his main town center. He's got nowhere, no sort of space for him to put that down. All right, well, let's check in over on that top side. We'll see how Zertan is doing. At the moment, it's a double military school he's going to be going for. Second town center is already down, so it's a 2 TC opening for him, 2 TC opening for B, 2 TC opening for Voldemar. Over on the west side, it doesn't look like we've gone for a second TC for Diakusi, but there's the Castle Age coming through in the north of the map. First one is going to be up. It is going to be Corvinus 1. He is the very first one to carve Castle Age today, and we see these vills making their moves out. He's already adding in a second town center. A bit of an interesting decision process here. Normally you see them go for the mosque straight away, but not going to be the case. Lash also going to be reaching the Castle Age, looking to train those prelates immediately. So I would suspect he looks to try and pick up this relic first, just because he wants to make sure the Diakusi doesn't steal it off him. That's if he's found that relic. I suspect he probably has. Let's take a look and see where does he go with it. He's going to go close first. All right, so looking to pick up his closest relic first. Let's check in, though, with Beasty. See how he's doing. Plenty of vills here on wood. It's just a 1 TC opening for him so far. Meanwhile, his nearest neighbor, second TC coming out as well for Demu. Really, really good. This is what I wanted to see from him. A second TC in FFA is just a guarantee that you're going to have that economy when that mid-game strikes. Because when the mid-game strikes, if you're behind on the economy, you will get rolled over the top of very easily. Second TC is up for Corvinus. At the moment, it doesn't look... Where's the mosque? Has he just not gone into a mosque? I guess he just didn't go into a mosque. It's kind of strange. Normally you see them out very quickly. To be honest, seeing the fact that he's aged up this quickly, to me it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't go into a mosque, so why not just age up with the dervish instead? Anyway, it's one of those things where, you know, I'd love to pick his brain and understand a little bit more about the thinking. So, first relic is already back. He's now out looking to pick up the second relic. He should be fine right here. I don't think Duyakusi's got many cavalry. Yeah, we don't see any cavalry out from a single spearman who's going to try and look to potentially deny it, but he's going to be able to get at least 2. He's also moving out towards the third relic, so having a decent opening so far. You can hear all those scouts going off. I haven't contacted the mod maker yet, but it is definitely my plan to remove that. The scout call out. Third TC now for Voldemar. Duyakusi reaching the castle age. And that relic has been sniped away. He could look to try and go for a Wallalol here if he wanted to, but I don't think you really need to. Spearman's just going to come back. I think he knows how dangerous it is, and the fact that that relic is just gone, really well dodged on the sacred site as well. The fact that Lash has gone around the sacred site rather than going across the sacred site. So hopefully he continues to maintain that. We don't want to walk across these sacred sites. Now, speaking of sacred sites, I see 2 sacred sites. 1, 2, third one. Have a look at this. Man, these spawns are kind of wild. Look at this spawn. Like, the only person who really gets an opportunity to go for a sacred victory this game is B. Maybe Zerton. That's pretty much it. Everybody else doesn't get that opportunity. Maybe that's something that we could look at changing for Tasmania. Maybe look to just keep those sacred sites in the middle, make things a little bit fairer, a little bit more even. Meanwhile, towards the north of the map, Corvinus still yet to put down that mosque. Still yet to pick up those relics. I wonder what the plan was then to go into Castle Age so quickly, because we haven't really seen him take advantage of it just yet. But third relic on the way back here. So far, Lash is having a very decent opening. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about, as I mentioned, is the fact that he's in the middle of everybody. Now, he has moved out over towards this stone. Age Up's now come through from Beasty as well. We'll check in with him and see how he's doing. High trade house, 43 trees. Not a bad high trade house, especially on this map. That is very, very nice. Now we check in with Beasty. It looks like Beasty's actually doing a little bit of trade. Have a look at this. 36. He's got 50 on this one, so he's got some very decent trade coming in. But it has been spotted. It looks like it's been spotted out now by 3DB. Whether B allows him to continue the trade or maybe decides to go trade himself, it remains to be seen. So we'll have to wait and see. The wall's going to start coming up for Lash. I love this. It makes so much sense to be going into these walls early on. Let's ride on board with Corvinus here. He's up in the north of the map. We'll check in and see how things are going for him. Adding in the second stable. Has he gone for a third TC? What's he spending his resources on? Is he just going straight imp? Is Corvinus rushing Imperial right now? Look at this. He's the madman's doing it. What's he going to go up with, though? Does he go military wing reinforcement? Is that the play? Dude, that's a sick... If that's what he's actually doing, this is sick. There's no way... Oh, he could go Trade Wing Bazaar. He could totally do that, actually. What does he go for? He's going fast Imperial. This was not something I suspected. He's going for Utterbegs. Why Utterbegs? The burst that you get from I mean, it's great to have those for the duration of the game, but they're obviously good. It's good to have Utterbegs, but normally it's like, it's after everything else. I mean, it's an extra 20%. Kind of wild, though. Kind of wild. All right, let's check in and see how Beasty's doing. No second TC yet from him. Obviously, with the trade going kind of crazy. Beasty is trading, and this ain't any normal trade. This is water trade, so it is a lot more efficient than your standard traders. The return that they get, we'll have a look at this. Voldemar gonna start picking a fight with, who do we suspect it's gonna be Lash. There's no real surprise here. Unfortunately for Lash, he is stuck in the middle. And the consequence of being stuck in the middle is that there is 4 different people that could want to attack you. So that's part of where I think the porcupine strategy would have excelled, because it basically says, well, look, if you want to attack me, you're not going to have to make 1 ram. You're going to have to make 4 rams, and then you can come and kill me. Because, yeah, until then, you're just going to sit there idling. But Sacred Sight's now going to start taking... I'm loving this little wall strategy coming through from Zertan towards the top of the map as well. He's going to look for his age up. It's the MIA. He's still in the Feudal age at the moment. Obviously on 2 TCs, as well as the Sultan Honey Trade Network. He's taking his time here. I respect that. It is patience. Meanwhile, towards the north, we check in once again with Corvinus as the age up is almost through. He's put down a lot of stables. He's looking to get those Outbags inside all of them, maximize his efficiency on those units. Another town center now, 4th town center here for Voldemar. Now keep in mind, Voldemar is going to continue to push on Lash to the south. This doesn't really hurt Lash that much at this stage. I think Lash is fine. Lash is looking for Imperial Age. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. The main thing he needs right now is defense and Imperial Age. That's the big thing. Once he gets Imperial, he's got access to cannon emplacement, so he can defend through that. The only trouble is, I mean, he needs to be down on these stone outcroppings. That's the big trouble. All right, let's check in with B and see how he's doing. Whole bunch of veteran Royal Knights out for him. 2nd TC's obviously up. Guildhall is down. It's gone for, or he's got it on gold at the moment. We can see the keep is positioned perfectly to encourage the production of all of those stables. And now Zertan also reaching the castle age as well with the MIA. Meanwhile, towards the north, the Outbags are in. You can see all of the Outbags just sitting here. He pops them into the stables. He's got, how many stables? He's got 7 stables. And with that, all of the Outbags will be consumed. So he'll be very happy there. Buys himself a lot of time, but now looks like the crossbows doing a decent bit of work here. He's actually looking to try and take down the Swabia, but my fear is that there's nothing here to help defend him. Of course, he's got the crossbows, he's got the town center, but if you lose the Swabia... Oh, he's got a lot of vills there. Never mind, I kind of take it back. I didn't realize how many vills are hiding on that side. You can't really see it unless you've got all of the nameplates turned on. But he should be able to get the Swabia up. He's got emergency repairs as well that will be coming up shortly. In fact, it's already up. And now we can utilize the vills from inside the town center. He can pop them onto the battering ram as well. But he's in a fine spot here, even though he's under pressure. The main issue that he's got is that the fact that he's been taking quite a bit of damage at this stage of the game, it's delaying him, and it means that other players might look to try and take him because he's weak. So that is one thing to keep in mind. But look at this. We got 2 of the favorites for this game fighting it out. Beasty as well as Demu. Demu has decided, you know what? I think we might put some pressure onto Beasty, and Beasty's going to do his best to set up a defense here on the south side of the map. Demu, of course, has a very, very strong position here. A lot of Jukunu, more Trebs coming out. Let's check in on the north side and see how Corvinus 1 is doing. Looks like for the moment, not a whole lot of cavalry is out for him yet. He's only just starting to make the elite camel lances. He's had plenty of space, and everybody's still in this game, so he will be feeling good about that. One of the things that is always a little bit scary when you go for a strategy like Fast Imperial is that there's going to be so many people that get taken out, you're not really going to have an opportunity to take them out yourself. But so far, things are paying off for him in the north. We'll say that much. Counter Trebs now coming out for Beasty. Keep in mind he's got the Kremlin here. We see that he's going to pop the King's ability. Scouts out everybody. And over on that east side of the map, Beasty's still able to trade at the moment. In fact, we do now see trade coming out from B. So B saw Beasty trading, and instead of B stopping Beasty from trading, he said, that's a good idea, I'm going to do that as well. B now reaching Imperial Age. Red Palace coming up. He's taken a Sacred Site as well. Now, keep in mind, he's the only player in this game who really has an opportunity to go for a Sacred Site. Now, I don't think he's going to do that. Gremlin's running up, looking to try and take out the Trebs before the Siege Workshop goes down. It does go down. Meanwhile, behind the base, Beasty also looking to put some pressure onto Demu, seeing if he can find any Vil kills. Just trying to distract the enemy. Meanwhile, on the other front, we do see that Voldemar is getting angry. He's getting upset. He says, Lash, mate, you've spawned too close to me, and now it is time for me to defeat you. These battering rams continue to roll in. Now, keep in mind, he's got Imperial Age. He's got enough space back behind here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Culverin or 2 come out here and look to try and neutralize this keep. The fact that he's got Vils, though, and he's got plenty of Vils to spare with Swabia, it is a good thing. But obviously, you want to avoid losing Vils. That's the other thing to note. You don't want to be losing those Vils. Beasty not pulling Vils to repair the Kremlin just yet. Okay, there we go. They're finally moving. He's got 400 wood in the bank, so should be fine getting the repair off. Ideally, I would have loved to have seen him start that repair a little bit sooner. Vils over on this west side working together. The teal and the green Vils, the Ayyubids and the Abbasids working together side by side to collect the berries. Triple Treb coming out now for Beasty. Still holding it with the Kremlin. Meanwhile, back towards the base. We actually have a relic snipe coming through. Voldemar stealing away one of those relics. And the Vils have caught onto each other up on that top position. How's Corvinus 1 doing with the mass? Slowly getting that mass online. Still has yet to pick up these relics, though we do see the mosque has come through. So I guess he just knew that he had space. And now Beasty looking to try and take these trebuchets out before real damage can be done. A lot of Zhuku in here. And Beasty's not going to mind too much about that. He says, I'm not too fussed. Meanwhile, back towards the main base, Lash is in trouble. He's gone for a trebuchet, but naturally the trebuchet not going to do particularly well against these units. Will obviously do very well against the keep, though. But you can feel that right now he is fighting on the edge. Voldemar's on 120 vils, meanwhile Lash is on 35. It's not easy. Even though he's got the treb, or rather, even though he's got the Swabia, it's still not easy. Double mango here for Beasty. He needs to try and find a decent connection. Turns around. Demo realizes it's a good shot. He's able to take out a handful of units on the way out. Triple treb managed to clear out the keep. And if anything, this is a good thing for Lash, right? Lash, he's slowly managing to keep himself alive. Obviously, he's dying, but the fact that Beasty and Demo are distracted here and not taking aim at him is a great thing for him. Obviously, he's still got a bit of a problem in the base, and it's not going to be going away anytime soon. More units now continuing to push up. Let's check in over on that east side of the map and just see. Oh, my lord. I tell you what, if there's anybody who's looking good right now, it's B. B is looking really good. This is kind of scary just how good he is, because he's been double TC since the beginning of this game. He's also been on water. He's trading. Beasty getting quite mad. It looks like CG Cutie is reassembling. Some said that it was dead. CG Cutie says, no, sorry, Bob. Look how much siege he's got, dude. He's 3 trebs, 4 mangoes, and the classic 3 knights to defend. Manages to come a little bit too close and might be caught off guard here. Meanwhile, let's check back towards the base. Keep in mind the king is inside this town center. He's able to snipe out those enemy rams and able to keep himself alive. He's also got the emergency repairs, so it's not all over just yet. The Ghulams, though, are causing him a little bit of trouble. Right now, you know what Lash needs? Lash needs somebody to attack Voldemar. That's what he needs. But unfortunately, to the north, Corvinus 1 is quite happy just chilling. To the east, Zertan is very happy chilling. He's getting up more walls. He's biding his time. Even though he's got an enemy that's just outside the doors, he doesn't care too much about it. He's not that frustrated. He's all right. Meanwhile, Lash still waiting for a hero. He needs a knight in shining armor. Unfortunately, it looks like the knight is going to be coming for his throat instead. It's going to be Duyakusi Twitch now underneath the town center. Meanwhile, down towards that south side, Beasty continuing to push. A lot of units out for Beasty. The Mango Lancer, or Mango Knight combo, a very strong combo. The king is actually on the move here for Demo. He's going to try and fall back away from this fight. Obviously wants to keep that king alive, keep it safe. Vils jump inside the town center. He's lost a lot. He's down to 25, 24 Vils. Obviously, if he can make it his way out of this, he will still have Swabia to keep him alive. But that is, you know, at this point, it's becoming a pipe dream. More and more here for Lash as 2 people fight inside the base over the rights to killing him, to eliminating him from this game. The expansion continues southward, and suddenly I'm starting to realize, hold on, Voldemar's looking pretty comfy in the middle, isn't he? No walls, no care in the world. King's still in the town center. Lash's landmarks going down. Voldemar obviously taking him out. When it comes to the threat of landmark victory, 4 landmarks. Oh, hold on. Hand Cannoneer together with Elite Royal Knights. This is looking incredible right now. B, he is miles above everybody else when it comes to the score. How has he done this? I mean, it's obviously the 2TC that's played well from the beginning of the game. He's obviously on the French. He's had trade going non-stop. So those are factors in the economy. But he is just in a great position here. He has timed it very well. I guess upgrades are probably another big component. He's been Imperial for quite some time. A lot of Elite Knights. And look at this. There's a good chance that he's actually spotted out that there could be a problem over on this side of the map. And Lash could be in a bit of trouble. So what does he do? He looks to try and take this kill. He wants to get access to this king. And exactly what he does. He senses that there's blood in the water. It's time. But this is not what the others expected. Not this many Elite Royal Knights at this point in the game. Meanwhile, Beasty's done the same thing. Look at them all like sharks surrounding that floundering seal, just trying its best to swim away. Of course, it's had a fin or 2 taken off, but now they all come because they all know, hold on a minute, there is a chance for first blood. There's a chance for a king. Oh, poor Lash. You hate to see it like that. Oh, you hate to see it. Poor Lash. He's also the guy that's giving us our chat as well. So if he goes down, we probably might lose our chat. So apologies to you guys. We'll do our best to see if we can keep it and track it. But now, the town center's managed to heal up a decent amount, but all pressure's been held off on this north side. Zertan's not too fast. Look at this, even Corvinus is showing up. They all... Look how many are here, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people coming for Lash. I'm sorry, Lash, there was no chance. Oh, the king was stuck. Who gets the kill? Who got the kill? I didn't see who got the kill. I think it was Duyakusi, though. I'm pretty sure it was Duyakusi who got it. What? Oh, Lash. Lash, I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen this before. It was an image, a meme. There was a little blonde girl sitting on a white couch, and behind her were these 5 gentlemen. Poor Lash, dude. Poor Lash. Oh, you hate to see it. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. I still don't actually know who got the kill there. I'm going to assume it. Yeah, it's Duyakusi. We can see he's got the extra population. I can't believe that, dude. They all came for him, man. They all came for him. And I think that's just the consequence of it took too long to kill him. It took way too long for him to die. And, you know, we were talking about the fact that there should be a little bit more rams there. I mean, the kid's only got one person to blame for that, and that's himself. Had he brought along a few more rams to the party, had he invited 18 rams to the ranch, perhaps things would have been different, but have a look at this. And now all of a sudden, Corvinus, oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's popping off in every single area of the map right now. Over towards the east side, we got an orange versus red. On the south side, we got a purple versus yellow. Meanwhile, at the top side, we got a green versus teal, and I don't even know which way it's going to go. We'll do our best to try and keep track of it as each player looks to try and make a move. Meanwhile, over towards the west side, everybody's getting involved. 27 minutes into this game, they've said, you know what, it's time to party, and party they have done. Zertan, though, have a look at this army. This is absolutely huge. Voldemar reaches the Imperial Age, looks to try and keep himself alive. Keep in mind that that king is still sitting inside. A lot of camels out here for Corvinus 1 in the north, and Beasty was looking in a great position on the south side, but Demo seems to have found a way through. When it comes to population, Beasty's on 168 compared to Demu, who's on 190. But a lot of that is military for Demu compared to Beasty, with only 21 military. Now, obviously, Beasty's an absolute beast when it comes to defending, so we'll have to see exactly how well he can do it here as he tries his best to hold on. Meanwhile, towards the east side, the elite Royal Knights make their way around the gold mine. They're having a little bit of trouble getting through as the spears are doing a wonderful job of protecting the mangonels. No great bombards out just yet for our Ottoman player, and Voldemar. Oh, Voldemar. The consequence. Oh my god, look at how many units there are. The consequence of putting all of that pressure onto Lash is that now you have become the target. They have realized, well, hold on a minute. He's expended so much energy taking out Lash that he becomes the target. All right, so this is not going to be an easy one here for him. That is for sure. I've just realized, hold on, oh, the king's out, the king's dead, and Duyakushi picks up a second kill. Holy moly. You know, we were talking about civilizations before this game, and we saw the draft, and there was one thing I pointed out. I said, every single civ here is amazing, except for Duyakushi. But you want to know what? Duyakushi don't care. Duyakushi just comes through and just smashes out this game, already with 2 kills. He can just sit back now. He can just chill. And as long as people don't point at him and say, hey, Duyakushi's a bit of a problem here, ladies and gentlemen, he should be absolutely fine. Now, just give me a second while we watch this. I'm going to do my best to try and turn off this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, we're all good. Cool. Sorry, I was just fixing up the UI there for us, just to make sure that that we're all good. Vil's on the run. Have a look at this. Demo looking to secure more stone, and he's got no problems to his rear. Keep that in mind that Zertan is fighting it out with B, so Demu knows that he's okay for the moment. You know, obviously the king is completely safe inside the town center. He's absolutely fine, but he's looking to do his best to try and take Beasty out of this game, and obviously Beasty doesn't want that. Beasty's on 117 vills at the moment, a lot of which are trade. He's got a huge amount of trade, actually. He's now trading through to this neutral trading post. But Demo is slowly working him down. King still safe in the main town center. Beasty with a lot of mangoes. Up towards the top side. Let's check in and see how Corvinus 1 is doing. Corvinus 1, 30 minutes through this game, is yet to pick up a kill. He's going to be really feeling this because he is a very active player. Loves to get out onto the map. Loves to try and find those kills. Nice little mango shots here as Beasty looked to pick up the elite upgrades just yet. He is technically in the Imperial Age. They're expensive. I don't see any siege workshops for him, so we can't actually check whether he's got the mango. Actually, oh my lord, whoa! I reckon he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. You know how we know? 4 burst attacks. You see, normally a Mangonel would have 3 burst attacks. That one's got 4. Holy moly. Dude, did you see the damage that they did on just normal spears? That is just on spearmen. Oh, towards the north though. Zerton, he's holding on for dear life against the army of B. B with 130 vils in the bank. Zerton with only 89, but obviously he's got one advantage. He is playing the Ottomans, and the Ottomans do quite well. I think they stack up very well against the French. They enjoy making that spear janissary combo with a couple bombards out the back. Definitely feels worthwhile. Oh, Duyakusi. Duyakusi, he is... Do not sleep on Duyakusi, ladies and gentlemen. He is... he is hiding amongst everybody, dude, and nobody knows. Does nobody realize he got the first kill? Maybe that's what happened, because I couldn't see the first kill. I think too many landmarks went down in quick succession that the kill kind of got disguised. And with so many people being there, I suspect it was like a high-octane environment, and no one really knew what happened. And because of that, I think he might be a little bit under the radar right now. I don't think people realize that Duyakusi is in prime position to win this game on the Delhi Sultanate of all civilizations. One of the worst, arguably, objectively. Well, not objectively. The Mongols are definitely up there as well. Dude, look at this army from Duyakusi. Where does he go from here, though? I mean, there's a part of me that says, Duyakusi, you just gotta bide your time, brother. You know, push that villager count up to 180, 190, and just gather up all the resources you can in the middle of the map. And just stack up those resources. That's all you got to do, and you'll be fine. Demu now reaching the Imperial Age. A little bit slow to the Imperial Age. In fact, he was the last player up to the Imperial Age. 31 minutes into the game. He's got a decent economy, though. 113 vils. Pretty big military as well. Spear, crossbow. Lovely combo. My favorite combo to run. Just feels so incredible. Especially with the nest of bees. But now Beasty going to be looking to push up. Vils on the gold mine. Vils on the gold mine. Watch the vils on the gold mine as Beasty looks to try and just help him out with the economy a little bit. Spears now towards that front side. Elite Knight's going to get picked off. The Mangoes are going to have to turn around the nest of bees. You can see them they're looking to try and chase down the Mangoes. He can't. He's going to be so careful. Doesn't want to get caught in the crossroads. And all the nest of bees fire down upon Beasty. Manages to keep them alive for the moment. He's trying his best to escape from that nest of bee threat. Oh my lord, there are so many bees looking to try and come through. But speaking of bee, let's check over on the east side as he's managed to find a way through the walls. Great bombarding placement is here. King is inside. This could be it, in fact. How much siege does he have? He's got 2 cannons, which is more than enough to actually siege this position. Big army, though, coming out for him. Over on that south side, it looks like Beasty will hold for the moment, so we'll ride on. But, oh, high cannoneers! He's taken the high ground. He's taken the... Oh, the Great Bombard says, no, you've not, mate. No, you have not. Look at the damage that comes out. They're all stacked on top of each other. Let's have another shot. Boom, baby. You love to see it. King's under pressure. King is under fire right now. Knight's moving into position. Being knows about it as well. He's thinking about it, and there's a lot of units here. There is a huge amount of units here. Right now, Zerton could be in trouble. He could be in big trouble. That keep is going to go down. When that keep goes down, watch. There's the King. King is out. King is running. King is looking to try and make his way through. He hasn't popped the movement speed just yet. Is he baiting right now? There's more knights trying to make their way through. There he goes. Pops the movement speed. Says, see you later. And the hand cannoneers is trying to work down the remainder of the Great Bombards. He's going to have to fall back with them. And on the south side, landmarks are getting destroyed. Beasty's holding on for dear life. Where are the Mangoes? I don't see that. Oh, there's a couple of them in here. Oh my god, he gets some big shots on that crossbow line. Huge damage done from the top rope. Beasty trying his best to stay alive in this game. Wants to collect as many points as he possibly can, but obviously Demu looking to do the same thing, and he is no slouch when it comes to FFA bombard on bombard action. There is plenty of siege to be seen, that is for sure. Meanwhile, towards that east side, the battle continues to rage on. Where is Corvinus 1 though? Where is he? Where is his army? Oh, there is his army. Hello, Corvinus 1. What do we got here? We got some Culverin. We got some... There were fishing ships. Does he know? I wonder if he knows. He doesn't know. If he knew, where is the king? Where is the king? King is in this keep. Where are the landmarks? 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 landmarks next to each other. He's dead. He's actually dead. He's going to try and get the kill on Beasty, though. Whether Corvinus 1's going to be able to take him out in time is going to be a different question. The push is going to continue over on this east side, and it looks almost certain that Zerton will be going down today. He's on 13 military population compared to be on 74, so that push is definitely going to be coming to shove. And right now, as he continues with the death drop. The transport ships may be slow, but they carry many a man. He makes his way from the top side. Beasty's trying to keep himself alive. The king's out, and Beasty's going to be going out. Good night. He's lost every landmark. And with that, Demu able to pick up the kill, but he leaves the king. He leaves the king. Don't leave the king. Not now, not now. Now is not the time to leave the king. Not when Diakusi is looking to try and secure it. Demu, not like this. Take the king out. Demu, the king is right there. No, Diakusi takes a third king. But unfortunately for Diakusi, a fourth king is going to be going down, and I suspect it may be his king. Town center over on the east side of the map. Not going to be long before this one's gone down as well, and B snipes out Zertan. Meanwhile, we have seen so many people just go down in a heartbeat. It has been so damn quick, and Diakusi going to do a little bit of a run, but in the end of the day, Corvinus 1 picks it up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Octagon. We have seen a lot of action in the last couple minutes. And I'm going to say it right now. This is a great game. This is an incredible game. It is painful to see Beasty, a favorite of this event, going out so early in this game. But I've got to be honest, Demu played it very well. I don't know what happened between these two, but Beasty looked like he had the upper hand for a long time in this game. And then somehow, after the whole, the whole Lash shenanigans, Demu suddenly had the upper hand. So I don't know exactly what happened there. But now we enter this interesting phase. I'm getting some reports that apparently Beasty had 9 FPS in this game, so he was lagging quite a bit, and that's what has contributed to this. And that's, one of the things to remember that is like people say, 9 FPS, it's not a big deal. It's a massive deal because it's not just the technical element of having 9 FPS, it's also the psychological element of having 9 FPS because it becomes all you can think about. You become consumed by the fact, like, this game, it's a AAA game. Why do I have 9 FPS in this freaking game, right? Like, you become consumed by this thought. At least that's the way I think about it, or at least that's the way it consumes me. Anyway, so it becomes tough for Beasty in that position whenever you've got technical difficulties. So take a look at this. Demu going to be doing his best to try and fend off the attack from B. B with a huge army of knights together with hand cannoneers. Demu, not a whole lot of infantry just yet. He's got a lot of trebs. He's got 7 trebs out on the field. Where's the king? The king's inside the town center. He needs to get back to cover. That is a lot of siege that he's got. And this might be the consequence of not walling in that king sooner. This is a big component of FFA. Corvinus 1 knows this very well, where the king is not coming out of here alive. Demu. Where's the king? Where's the king? There's the king! Demu tries, he doesn't get it, and he goes down. B able to take him out. And then there were 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the final 2 remaining players for this game. In the north of the map, in the color green, playing as the Ayyubids, it's Corvinus 1. And in the east of the map, in the color orange, playing as the French, it's 3DB. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our final 2. Now, when it comes to win conditions here, the prospect of a Sacred Site victory, it's possible. It's definitely possible, but it's only possible for one player, and that's going to be B. And that's because of this single Sacred Site. It is literally behind his walls. So for Corvinus 1 to take that, it would take quite a bit of work. Now, when it comes to B going for a Sacred victory, this one he's already got control of, and this one is the only one he'd actually have to hold down on. So he's got 1,400 stone in the bank at the moment. There's a possibility where he looks to come up, put a keep down, maybe take the Sacred Site and just hold this position. Definitely a possibility, but when it comes to thinking outside the box, do not put it past Corvinus 1. He is an absolute pro when it comes to FFAs. How does he look to play this one out? How does he look to find a win condition here against a player with 50 more population space than him? He's on 250 population, B on 300. Let's check in with Corvinus 1. A little bit of a king check. So the king is inside the town center. He's got 2 keeps that are immediately adjacent. He can do the little pop thing. But one thing to note, he doesn't have his court architects just yet. So not as much HP on those buildings that as he would like. Meanwhile, over towards the east side, I suspect the king is... No, it's not in the Red Palace. Interesting. So not in the Red Palace. Look at this, the Wallalo in the middle. Whoa, what a beautiful split coming through. He manages to keep all of the culvert in the center. He's going to do a Wallalo on top of all of this siege to try and keep it safe. The snipe attempt, not going to be able to find it. Conversion is not successful, but he does keep the enemy away from his siege. for a short moment. He's trying his best to fight, to hold. Corvinus 1 with only 131 gold in the bank, 400 gold per minute compared to B with 3,500 gold. I know who I'm picking in this case. Corvinus 1 is going to do a decent job though. Have a look at this. The military numbers looking very good for him. 112 military still. He's cleaning this out completely, but the question now becomes about tempo. And speaking of tempo, take a look at this. The gold count for Corvinus 1 is very low, but look at the food count for 3DB. It's very low as well. The farm transition is yet to come through. He still hasn't done all of the farms, or hasn't made all of the farms. Now, where is that king? The king's actually in the primary town center, the main TC. It's not walled in. So if he went for a death drop here, he could 100% go for a king kill. He's got siege. Corvinus 1 is all of a sudden looking like he might win this game. That was literally just seconds after I said, well, B's in a great spot here because he's got plenty of gold coming in. Well, that was a little bit short-sighted there, Drongo, because who won the fight, my friend? Corvinus 1. And you have to attribute this back to his decision-making process at the very beginning of the game. He was isolated. He had plenty of space. What did he do? Fast Imperial into Utterbags. And now every single unit that he makes out of these stables has got extra HP. Every single unit stays alive for longer, and because it stays alive for longer, it does more damage for longer. This is what's contributing to this victory, potentially, for Corvinus 1 right now. He begins to push through. Inside the enemy base, the Red Palace is coming up for the first line of defense here for B. B trying to scrounge together a defense. Couple of knights gonna get picked off here. Not good for B. Not good at all. He needs these knights. This is contributing to that critical mass, and they just get eaten alive here for free. Corvinus 1 probably going to be losing 1 or 2 camels there, considering how many he just took out from the opponent. And now he continues to push through. Corvinus 1 looking to take out the first landmark from B. The Red Palace falls down, and when it comes to additional landmarks, all three clump together. So even if you run this king, there's a good chance that Corvinus 1 says, that's fine, you run the king, I'll just take out your landmarks. He's always thinking outside the box, this guy. And now more units continue to rally across the map. Corvinus 1 trying his best to finish this game out, pick up some big points for the victory today. He's already got points for the kill earlier. The beautiful snipe on Diakusi. The death drop on the water. It took its time, but he got there, and on the backside you can see just how much pressure B is under. He's trying to find a way through to that siege. Look at the amount of relics that he's got here. They don't call him the Wallalo God for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. He looks to chase away the enemy Royal Knights. He's still got a decent, sizable amount of camels back on that siege, and he continues to focus down the enemy hand cannoneers. Mango shots coming through. He's looking to try and trade them out. They're chasing around. He makes his way back, and there's the first one. There's the second one. Let's see it. He's going to be able to pick off one. He gets one knight. He steals away one knight. Second one, third one. He goes for them both at the same time. They're going to get sniped out, though. He waited a little bit too long. And with that, all the siege is going to get taken out. And Corvinus 1 all of a sudden may have to head back to the drawing board. Well, not for too long. He's still got a huge amount of camels. Look at the amount of camels he's got. 73 camels here. At this point, I can't help but feel like you've got to start thinking about going into spears. Like, how do you deal with this? And where does he get the camels from? The camels have come back from the dead and they've somehow found a way to pick up the relics again. He's only got a little bit of health on him. He's going to push in. Corvinus 1 now looking to take out the keep on the defense. A methodical push coming in from him. He's not looking to skip any steps in this process. He says, we're just going to take it slow. We're going to work down this keep. We're not going to allow it to just slowly piddle away at our forces. Meanwhile, he continues to rally more and more. He's at 1,000 gold a minute at the moment, so that works out to be about 10 camels a minute. It's not a huge amount of resources that he's got available to him. But on the other hand, B is just trying his best. And Corvinus 1 is doing the perfect thing. In a situation where you're playing against somebody who's got a population cap advantage, you want to just put the pressure on. You want to keep attacking them, and that is what he's doing here. He's making sure that B is never going to be able to exceed that 250 pop limit that he's got, because he's constantly trading. King is on the move. We just saw him move from the town center into the keep here. So he moves a little bit further over. He's got another town center he can look to pop into if he wants to. He could also try and take the transport ship out the back, but there's always, as I mentioned, there's always a world where Corvinus 1 just says, you know what, you can keep your king, I don't want him, I'm just going to go for your landmarks, and he's working down the main town center. Even though the king is not inside, he is taking it down. There's a couple hand cannoneers in there at the moment. The culverin at the back are continuing to work it down, And with that, there's only 2 remaining landmarks here as Corvinus 1 slowly inches towards victory in this FFA game. Now looking to take down the School of Cavalry. He says, you keep the king, mate. I don't care. Go for a run, buddy. Jog on. See you later. And off he goes. The School of Cavalry now under pressure. Last landmark, the Guild Hall with 16,000 gold in it. 3DB, what are you doing, buddy? Click the button. Not like this. 16,000 gold in his Guild Hall. 3DB, not like this. The king. Oh, he's safe. The gold. He's saving it for next game. Don't worry, guys. He'll be fine. He can carry it over for... Oh, he's used it. He's used it. He's realized. He's gone, oh, that's right. Okay, well, now it's probably kind of important I can use my gold. Bro, not like this. He pops it. He remembered. He saw at the end, oh, I had 16k gold in there, dude. Wow. He's spent about 5k, but you can't help but think of JoJo's hit single from 2004. You know it's just too little too late, and he pops the wallalol. He says, hey, Mum, look, I'm on camera. The triple wallalol on top. There ain't no way you're getting through this. Ladies and gentlemen, the game is won by Corvinus 1. What an incredible game. That was one of the best FFAs I've ever seen. That was so action-packed. We got to see so much theory in that game, and at the end of the day, it was just such a beautiful piece of gameplay. So well played to everybody, and of course, congratulations to Corvinus 1 for his victory today. Diakusi definitely going to be getting the runner-up award there for the double kill that he managed to sneak out on the Delhi Sultanate of all civilizations. So for that village account, we can see Voldemar skyrocketed up there, but spent a lot of attention focused on a nearby neighbor, and as a consequence, it meant that things went downhill quickly for him. In the end, Diakusi, with that huge military mass, didn't secure the king, and as a result, he went out quickly. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not where it ends. In fact, hold your horses. We're actually going to cross to the leaderboard right now and take a look. This will be the updated leaderboard. So, if you don't want to get spoiled, then avert your eyes immediately. All right, so I think this one should be updated. We can see Corvinus 1 is now sitting in 3rd position with 5 games. He's got 2 wins. So he's done an incredible job to claw his way back up onto the top of this table, but it's not over here, folks. Keep that in mind. We've not only got more games today, but we've got more games next week, which will be contributing to it. But we'll leave it there for you folks on YouTube. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.